edition. Today we're coming at you live at a different time of the day, which is unusual for us. We're usually an evening show kind of situation, but that's okay. We're going to go with it because I have a very special thing to show you guys today, which is my new heat press. So what I have done is ordered one of those professional heat presses so I can press skateboards. Now we're coming at you live, not at our typical warehouse, but at a secondary warehouse. This is actually my day job, but obviously this thing is rather big, so I need to wait for my new space to be able to start using it. So with all of that being said, we're going to get this thing fired up. I have took me some time to get it figured out, to get it rigged up. Now they didn't tell me that it didn't come with instructions. None whatsoever. Luckily, I was able to contact the manufacturer and get what I needed to find out what I needed to know. A little bit of Googling, I was able to figure that out too. So, it has one of these things. Push-to-fit connection, which is not what I was expecting. I was honestly expecting something for a compressor. Didn't work out quite right, so that's what I got. So what I have to do now is try not to say so many damn times and make sure my phone doesn't fall over. But we gotta get this thing hooked up. So you gotta take air pressure, which is a compressor, is gonna be needed, and then you need power. So it's either 220 or 120. I was able to get the 120 variety. So we got the air pressure hooked up. Now what we need to do is get the power hooked up. And interestingly, when you hook up power to this thing, it just starts going. Starts spinning, starts going, and there's no off button. So I'm gonna have to hardwire some sort of off button to make this thing stop. But as soon as you plug it in, it starts rotating. Let me turn my camera around so you can see it. There you go. You can see it's rotating and it's running. It's doing its thing inside of there. It's got your temperature settings, and then this, I'm guessing, is a speed control. So we're just learning this together, actually, and it is in fact a speed control. That's good, because I wanted to know, I don't know how fast I have to go when I'm using this. Like, the instructions don't say. But that's okay. We're gonna make it work and see what we can make happen. Now we're having like a little bit of a Thanksgiving party inside. There's a bunch of people inside. You can't really see them, but that's either way. So let me show you the graphics we're gonna be doing. These are what we are gonna be putting on the skateboards. We're gonna be running it through our heat press right there. Like I said, this is the first run using this heat press. I've never done this before. I tested it just a little bit. So I'm hoping everything is hooked up. But we're going to find out. This is why we're doing it live, because we're going to learn together and see if I can do this right. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set you guys over here on the receiving end. Now, get this camera set up here. And now you should get a pretty clear shot of that thing coming through. This is what we're testing right here. This is an egg skateboard I made. I haven't put it on yet, but egg shape. Put a nice little blue on it to contrast nicely with this green. So, like I said, we're about to run it through this press. This is my first time doing this, so I really don't know quite all the steps. So this might not be straight. I might not be able to get it straight. It might not work right, but either way, let's find out. Nope. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, so first run didn't seem to work, but that's alright. We're gonna have to maybe let the temperature heat up a little bit. What's up, guys? Just so you know, I'm running a live right now. So you're cool. You're fine. I got it facing me. So, first one didn't work out. Obviously, it did not stick. I think I need to run that temperature up just a little bit higher is part of the problem. But I don't know, honestly. It should have enough pressure. Let me see what my pressure gauge reads. So inside of it, it also has a pressure regulator. Oh, we're under 30. So actually, that pressure is not enough. So from my bit of Googling, let's see if I can get it to focus. There we go. I was able to figure out that it needs at least 40 psi to function correctly. Now, I have to get it up there without exceeding, hopefully, because I don't want to warp the board. There we go. That looks pretty close, right? Yeah, that looks pretty close to 40. That's more in the 50 range. So we're actually going to bring it down just a little bit and then lock that into place. Now, I can close the lid. And we're going to give this a try again. Alright, I'll set you right here on the receiving end. Same board, same graphic. I'm going to try and run it through just one more time. So all I did, just so you know, all I did was increase the pressure. I haven't touched the heat settings yet. That's going to be our next one. So we're going to be real scientific about trying to figure this out. And this is kind of interesting. Let's see, I don't think it worked. No, didn't work that time either. So, I think we need to affect the heat. So I don't really feel any heat off of this thing. So, let's go back over here. Now, let me turn this around. So this is our heat setting right here. But what does it mean? So these are rotations, obviously, but 230, is that the temperature? And is that in Celsius? That is what they don't tell you. That's what's the problem that I'm facing right now, is that if that's temperature, then how do I change it? Okay, there's a mode. So I'm trying to figure this out. If that's, okay, so you can adjust it. Let me turn this back around. So it can be adjusted up or down. I'm actually gonna bump it up to 4. I sort of feel the heat off of it, but I don't know what this needs to be set at. The instructions just didn't say. They weren't very helpful with the instructions. So if that is temperature 530, if that's like Fahrenheit, then that's 530 degrees. If that's Celsius, please, somebody in the comments, if you can do that conversion for me. 530 Fahrenheit, what is that in Celsius? Because I'm pretty sure that's, if that is, yeah, it's just not helping me. It does feel a bit warmer now. It does feel a bit warmer in this space. How you doing? You're Fava. I appreciate you joining me on this special edition live. We're trying to heat press a graphic right now. I'm messing with the different settings, trying to figure this out live. And so far we've ran it through twice. Has not worked yet, but that's okay. What's up, Tommy? Just so you know, I'm running live right now. Oh. So you're cool. I'm just like heads up. Yeah, just a heads up.
Oh, I watch?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm trying to run it through. I don't know if I'm doing right. I've been messing with the settings. So far, not yet. Okay, so didn't figure that out yet. Now the biggest problem. Yeah. I'm video live. Yeah, I'm running a video right now. What's up, Jarrett FDZ? I appreciate you joining me on this live. So that temperature setting didn't work. So we're gonna have to try a different setting. Maybe if I bump it up a little bit more. I just don't know. No. See, that doesn't do anything. Only that mode seems to change something. And if you're just joining me and you have your phone or Google handy and like another tab or something, I need to know conversion. Fahrenheit to Celsius. I need to know 530. If that's Fahrenheit, what is the Celsius of that? And if that's Celsius, what is the Fahrenheit of that? Because I just don't know what I'm working with here. Now I wonder, I know my pressure's up high enough. I know that that's good. So that's okay. We're gonna keep working with it. I bumped it up another like 100 degrees or 100 something Kelvin. I don't even know. I'm gonna run it through again. So I feel the heat off of it. I can smell the heat coming off of it, if that makes sense. So we're gonna try to run it through one more time. Nope, did not work either. So we have some more experimenting we have to do. Now, I do feel heat on this deck. I don't think it's enough heat. So what do we do in this situation is we've got to figure out how to get that heat up just a little bit higher. But we don't want to go too high, because that could be a problem. But I just don't know what temperature it needs to be at. 600 is the max. So if that is, in fact, Fahrenheit, then we're at 600 degrees Fahrenheit. That should be plenty of temperature. But it's not going on. So, what could be the problem? Could it be pressure? Could be pressure. Are we not applying enough pressure? That's possible. That is very well possible. Because I Googled this and there's no instructions to say specifically, sorry, that was really close. There's no instructions to say specifically what the temperature needs, or the pressure needs to be set at. So maybe I'll just bump her up a little bit, say like 50 range. I think that might work a little bit better. We're gonna find out anyways. I have, okay, now it's locked. So I have a ghetto fitting here, but I am getting enough pressure, so it should work. I'm really hoping that it does. I definitely feel heat, but is it enough heat and enough pressure? I don't know. If you've done this before, please let me know. All right, we're gonna try to run this through again and see what happens. I don't know if it's gonna work this time. It hasn't been others, but that's okay. We're gonna see. Nah. No pressy, no worky. But it is starting to go down, so I'm starting to get a change. So I'm thinking that temperature is the setting that I need, and maybe that pressure just a little bit higher. So I'm gonna bump it up to like 60. I don't think 60 is gonna be too high. We're not burning the roller, so we're okay there. I'm gonna bump this up just a little bit higher. Somewhere in that range. Right there. So. Alright, we're just under 60 PSI. Again, I don't know if that's right. I thought it was 40. It definitely wasn't 40 PSI. So you know I'm running live right now. A live video. You can come through here. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, I thought it was going to use recorder.
Yep. Oh, I think I got it. I think I got transfer happening. Yep. Starting to transfer now. It's starting to actually work. So, we're going to try it again. Now, obviously, it didn't work fully, but it is starting to stick. So I know I'm starting to get something right. The question is, what? So maybe up the pressure a little bit more? We're gonna try that. We're gonna try to up the pressure just a little bit more. See if that helps us, because every time I've been adding pressure, it seems to be getting just a little bit better. Okay. Now we're at a square 60 psi. So we'll see if that does the adjustment. And I'm only going up incrementally so I don't damage the board or the new machine or myself. I think that's it. That's getting it. We're gonna do it again. Oh, we got a crinkle. A little bit of a wrinkle, but check it out. It worked. It worked. Holy shit. It worked. Oh, not quite. I have a little bit. Didn't quite work right there. So we're going to run it through one more time. And this is just to make sure that last little bit is stuck on and transferred on. Just like that. Boom! We did it. We freaking did it. I'm so psyched. We're going to try another one. But I can tell, I think that heat is going to be just a little bit too high because the way that thing is melting and stuff. So, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. But like I said, I think that temperature is just a little too high. I'm going to bump it down a little bit. Because if that's Fahrenheit, 600 just might be way too high. So I know that 500 degrees Fahrenheit is what I want to work with. Now, if this is Fahrenheit, this is dead on the money. So this thing also counts rotations, and it's very bothersome and disconcerting. Like, watching that thing just counting up my rotations, I feel like I'm eating up money. Even though nothing's happening. I'm not wasting anything by it spinning. It's just one of those things, you know, like, you smell the burning. Smell the transference ink. So this is the next one we're about to do. Now I just recently sprayed this thing about 2 hours ago, give or take. So we're gonna see what happens. This is a special print I had a buddy of mine made, the same one that made that. This is his company. He also made these. There you go. The light is fading it. But he made these beanies, made some other hats I have. Really great guy, really great company. And best of all, local, which, awesome. Alright, let's get this thing running through. We're going to see what happens. I think it's straight. I don't know. We're going to find out. Just like that. Oh, that's much better. And then off. Yes. That pressed it on really, really hard. So I think that was a winner. That was a winner. So now I don't have a blade to pull that paper off. So that's a bit of an issue. I gotta see if I can find a piece of, there we go. A screw will do it. Now obviously this is testing. I told him that it's gonna be hit or miss. It might work, it might not. Now if I had a blade, this would be a lot easier, but I left it in the office. So, but luckily I had just enough to get up under there and pull that bad boy off. Now, as you can see, it worked. This one came out really nice. So, two things I did notice. I don't know if this camera is going to pick it up. I'll turn it around so you can see it. You see how that fading of the ink? That's interesting. And then it did it right here. So I think that has everything to do with the fact that I sprayed this thing and it hasn't fully cured. which is not a problem per se. I'm going to turn this thing off though, because I think it got ink on the roller a little bit. Shouldn't be an issue. Should just be able to clean it. But yeah, so yeah, those things get red hot in there. There we go. Let me turn this thing around. You can actually see them getting red hot. And I did make my oh, okay, I'm back. I thought I screwed up. I thought I just gotten rid of it. I don't know. I apologize about that. So I noticed a few things. One is that this thing smokes a little bit, which is to be expected, I suppose. But I'm also worried that I'm like ruining my rollers. I don't know. I honestly I just don't know. It's a learning process, and I don't know quite what I need to do here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn this heat down. Oh, wrong one. Turn it all the way down to 0. I think that's what I need to do. Let those things cool down before I turn it off. See, it's stuff like that they don't tell you in the in there.
Hey, Bob.
What's up?
Like Mark down here?
I saw them somewhere. Skating at work. You gotta love it. So, we did press some skateboard graphics. I've learned a little bit. Still got some figuring out to do, but that's to be expected with a new device such as this. Now, still heat coming off of it. I'm thinking it needs a cool down period. Like, I probably shouldn't just turn it off. I think it needs to let it cool down while these things are rotating. But I don't know. So let me show you guys these graphics again. Show you what we just created. This one right here. And then we also just created that one there. So, little quick, I wouldn't even say a tutorial. There's nothing tutorial-ish about this whole process. Because I was learning too. But if you'd like to see more and watch me do it again, I'm sure I'll be making more of these. Hopefully it'll be better, quicker, and hopefully I can get that paint off the roller. I don't know if it's going to be an issue, but we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, I appreciate you guys joining me. I'll see you next time.